Yeah, you want me to dance? I'll show you how I dance.
I need you, I need you. You have to be in the video. You have to be in the video.
Listen, I always am going to encourage women to don't ever shrink yourself. Okay? I don't promote women shrinking themselves to make other women feel comfortable. I don't promote women trying to belong with other women. I don't promote women trying to fit in with other women. I don't promote that. I promote women to be the best. And being the best is what is going to get you hated the most. Now, I'm not saying that these dynamics don't happen to men, but it's definitely different. Winning or being the best in the community of women is very different from winning and being the best in the community of men. And the reason why is because a woman will always see another woman thriving as a personal attack on her life when it has nothing to do with her. A woman will see another woman doing her best. You know, she's confident, she's handling her business, she's focused. You're not a thought in her mind, but yet she lives rent-free in your head. Because you feel like because she's thriving, it's an attack on you. And she doesn't even know anything about you. She doesn't even know you exist. But her thriving is an attack on you when all she's doing is being her best. So in that clip, all the young lady did was be the best. She got up there, she auditioned, she did her best dance moves. The guys loved it. They were like, you need to be in the video. We like you. You're awesome. You need to be in the video. And the women jumped her. Oh, yeah. That night, they all, like 10 of them, jumped on her. It was terrible. Like, she was bleeding all over her face, her dress. And, you know, when I saw the clip on TikTok, I'm like, well, I mean, is this anything new? Not really. I always tell women, if you want to be the best, you're going to have to separate yourself from the group. Most people in life who become the most successful, they eventually depart from the group. Beyonce detached, got away from Destiny's Child. Nicki was also in a group. She went solo. Michael Jackson, Jackson 5, he also went solo dolo. A lot of times to be the best, you're going to have to just separate yourself from the group. Because the group holds you hostage. Because you got to understand, everybody in that group has their own personal insecurities and limitations. So even if you can be the best, you don't want to be because you don't want to trigger them. And if you watch that clip in totality, you'll actually realize that she didn't want to get up there and perform. The girls had to beg her to audition. She didn't want to. Why? Not because she was shy. She didn't want to because she knows that she could dance. And if she goes up there and she dances, the girls are going to hate her for being the best, for her talent and putting her best foot forward. So she didn't want to. So first they kept forcing her, you have to dance, you have to dance, you have to dance. She went up there and danced, and then they also had a problem with that too. So they jumped her. Now, women have to prepare themselves for what being your best and what being the best is going to come with. Now, I'm always going to encourage women to be the girl or the woman that auditioned and won. If you're a mentee, if you want to become a mentee, just let me know. I encourage women to be the woman that won the audition. I don't encourage women to fit in with other groups of women. I don't encourage women to water themselves down to make other women comfortable. I don't encourage women that they have to think like other women, dress like other women, talk like other women, look like other women. I promote individualism. I don't promote collectivism, if that's even a word. I promote individualism. I don't promote being part of groups because groups are going to hold you back in life. The only time you should be a part of a group is if it's a group of people who are also practicing individualism. And many of the men and the women that take my courses, do my live classes, and invest in certain things, it's because they're all individualists in their lives. And we all come together in our classes and the energy is just right. Because we know that outside of the class, when we go out into the real world, we are the girl that did the dance moves. We're that girl. That's our energy. We are the ones standing out from the crowd. So I don't promote, the reason why I don't do large groups of women is because I'm not going to think like you. I'm not going to allow you to bully me because I don't think like you. I am not going to allow you to challenge me because I see life differently than you. Whenever it comes to these big groups of women, you're going to have to fit in. They're going to force you to fit in. You're going to have to do a lot of shape shifting of who you really are. And you're going to have to do a lot of watering yourself down because you don't want to make them feel some type of way. And that's draining. I can't live life like that. That's like living life halfway. So what you guys saw there was a perfect example of that theory where I said, if a woman wants to be the best, she's going to have to separate herself from the collective group of women because they are going to violate you for being the best. And this goes back to why a lot of people have a problem with Nicki Minaj. She says, I'm the star in any room that I stand in. And just that lyric alone makes women feel some type of way. Some women feel some type of way because you wanting to be the best for yourself, they take it as an internal attack. They feel like you being your best is an attack on them. What does me hustling and putting all that I am into my craft have to do with you, ma'am? Why does me showing up and being my best self, what does that have to do with you? Why do you don't even know me and you hate me for showing up and showing up? I don't even know your name, but you're attacking me. It's excuse my language. It's a total mind fuck. I just don't understand how a woman just being her best is seen as some form of, it's really weird. I'll never understand it. I don't care to understand it. That's why I'm not a part of it. I practice individualism because I want to be my best. And I don't want to check in with anybody's insecurities or limitations. I don't want to check in with all of that. That's why I don't do groups, because I want to be the best, my best. And I encourage women to not water themselves down so you can be the best and to never apologize for that. There's nothing to apologize. Why do you need to apologize? There's you but putting your best foot forward at your job, at your talent, and your industry, putting your best foot forward with the way that you look. Why do you have to apologize for that? Why is that such a forbidden? Why is it forbidden? I will always encourage women to be their best, to be the best, to put their best foot forward, regardless of how the other women feel about it. I am going to encourage you to not water yourself down, because you want to know what? One day you're going to be looking at your life, all the years, your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, your 60s, your 70s. You're going to look at your life from afar. And you're going to have to ask yourself, did I hold back? Could I have gotten farther if I didn't hold back? When I'm in my 50s and 60s, I'm going to look at my life and I'm going to be like, I did the damn thing. I didn't allow no women to hold me back. I didn't allow men to hold me back. I didn't let anybody get in my way. That's why I don't do groups. That's why I'm always solo dolo. Ever since I was a little girl, I'm always alone because I'm not going to let anybody get in my way. And I know that people have these huge ego problems. You know, people see you getting ahead as an attack on them. People see you being the best as disrespectful. I knew that I was not going to let anybody get in my way. And that's why I developed the mentality of individualism, where I don't care to be a part of the group. I care to be the best for me. If you want to win, I can ride with you. If you want to fit in, I can't ride with you. You see, I really don't care about some of the women that bully me in the comment section because I already know the psychology of how non-ascended women and the community of women think. So it doesn't bother me because I know the psychology behind the collective of women. And if a woman wants to get bullied by other women, just be different. Just be different. If you want to get bullied by them, if you want them to team up to jump on you, just be different. I had a woman in the comment section of one of my videos say that I need to heal and I need to go to therapy and God needs to help me and God needs to do this and that. She was responding to my video on why you have to protect yourself from women. And she bullied me or tried to bully me and speak about my mental health as if she knows me, right? She doesn't even know me, right? But because I introduced a concept to her that was not in alignment with her mentality, her reflex was to bully. So women are always going to bully women that outshine them, that think differently than them, that approach life differently than them, that have a different vibe than them, that have different values than them. Listen, I've been called worse by better. There's nothing that you can say in the comment section that will ever make me feel less than, because I know how the collective of women responds to differences. And what you just saw in this clip was an example of the theory that I say that eventually, if somebody wants to be the best, you're gonna have to separate yourself from the group. So you'll notice that a lot of the biggest artists, they always end up going solo. Why do you think that happens? Why do you think some of the top singers, rappers, why do you think they always separate themselves and go solo? Because as long as you're in the collective of the group, you can't really put your best foot forward because you don't want to step on any toes. And this is very popular specifically in the community of women. Me, I don't do groups because I need to be the best. And I know that as long as I'm attached to a group, me being the best is going to trigger somebody in some way. It's going to trigger a woman in some way, and she's going to start getting in my way. So I have to always separate myself and work alone so that I can be the maximum version of myself without getting bullied out of it. And what you saw in the clip there was a small clip from Bad Girls Club. I don't watch Bad Girls Club. I don't know anything about Bad Girls Club. I've never watched it. But I do remember coming across this clip a couple years ago, and then I saw it again on TikTok, and I wanted to do a case study on what we just saw here. So the girl or the woman, let me stop saying girl. I don't want to refer to women as girl. That's another thing that I think that we should all try and change, is if a woman is of a certain age, we need to refer to her as woman and not girl. So I apologize for that. This woman, if you watch the clip in totality, you'll see that she did not want to audition. And the reason why she didn't want to dance is because she knew that she could dance. That's why the girls were like, why don't you want to dance? Dance. Why don't you want to audition? Dance, dance. She kept avoiding it because internally she knows I can dance. And I'm going to set the stage ablaze. But I don't want to do that because I know that it's going to rub the collective of women. It's going to rub the collective of women the wrong way. Then they finally encouraged her to get up there, and she got up there and she completely did an amazing job. And the rapper was like, I need you in the video. You need to be in the video. He's like, I need you in the video. What do the girls do? Or the women, sorry. What do the women do? They jumped her that day, actually. When she went back to the house, all like 9 of them, they got on her, they jumped her. She was bleeding all over her face. She was bleeding all over her dress. I think she had to go to the hospital. They literally violated her. They completely tore her up, completely. Why? Because she was the best. And her going up there, let me ask you ladies a question. Her going up there and putting her best foot forward and being the maximum version of herself, was her performing an attack on the other ladies? Did she verbally attack them? Did she physically attack them? Did she do anything disrespectful to them by being the best and putting her best foot forward? Yes or no? No. But why did the other ladies take it as an attack? If you want to be the best and you put your best foot forward, women are going to take you being the best as a personal attack. And when you understand that, you are going to be very cautious with entering groups, and you're going to be very cautious with just how you move around, because women will violate you for being your best. I've had so many women that I've never had a conversation with them and they hate me. They don't even know my full name. They think my full name is Mel. They don't even know me. But just the fact that I'm pushing myself, the farthest I can push myself, they feel like I'm attacking them and I don't even know them. And that's why if a woman wants to be the best, you're gonna have to separate yourself from the group. Because if not, they're gonna violate you. And that's why sometimes when women try to bully me in the comment section of my videos, I don't take it personally. I know you're going to try to bully me because I'm not like you. And you're going to try to bully me because I don't care to be like you. And I don't care to be accepted by you. And I don't care to be friends with you. And that's another thing that really triggers women, is when you don't care to be accepted by them. Oh, that's really going to make them unravel, because the only way they can fully bully you is by you wanting their acceptance. And the fact that you don't care for it, they feel powerless. I've always been a loner, always. I would sit there in the playpen, just me and my dolls, playing by myself. And my parents would come and pick me up from pre-K, and they would tell my parents, Mel she's good, she behaves well, like she does her cleanup time, she turns up things, she turns up things, and she turns in her homework, she does her colorings, but there's just one problem. And my parents would say, what's the problem? They would say, she just doesn't really talk to anybody, she's just by herself. And my parents do you think that this is something that we are concerned with? And the teacher's like, nope, she's just always by herself. She doesn't really intertwine. She doesn't play with the other, little girls. She kind of just does her. I've always been that way, because I knew I was destined for greatness, and I knew that I just wanted to do my own thing, and I didn't care to fit in with anybody. And some women find that as an attack, because, I'm not going to let you stop me from being my best. I'm not going to let you stop me from my purpose. I'm not going to let you stop me from getting ahead. I'm not going to let you stunt me in any way. And I don't care to belong to the collective. So because of that, you have no power. And I think that that's something that women are going to have to get comfortable with, is if you want to be the best, you're going to have to separate yourself. My mentorship, my mentees, they're going to be the girl that showed up, showed out, and got the part. She's not going to be the other women that are mad and huffing and puffing. She's going to be the woman that is willing to be her best and unapologetically be her best, and not check in with other women's insecurities about being her best. That is what I push for women to do, because if you underperform for the comfort of other women, how are you going to be happy? How are you going to be the best for your family? How are you going to be the best for your daughter? How are you going to be the best for your husband, for, the people that look up to you? How are you going to reach success if you're concerned about being a part of the collective? Beyonce was in a group, got out the group. Nicki was in groups, got out the group. Michael Jackson was in the Jackson 5. He went solo. City Girls, JT went solo. If you want to be the best, you're going to have to get out of the group. Because as long as you're inside the group, you're limited. You're limited.